Welcome back here to Fly Palmy Arena, and what a great first boys semi-final we had. And now coming up, girls semi-final 1, St Andrews from Christchurch up against Tauranga girls. Welcome Josh Thompson. How good is it to be here on semi-finals with double A's?
It's great. You obviously did the single A final last night, which was entertaining. But really looking forward to these double A semis. You know, we just saw a great first up boys one with Christ College coming away with the win, and this one's going to be a cracker as well.
Absolutely. As we look at the Tauranga Girls College warming up, we're going to get into the team lists, and we'll go Tauranga Girls first. Riley McClanagan, Ava Jane Lucas, Ruby Jones, Rangi Kahawai Kuni, Annika Highland, Makari Toki, Navari Moronga, Harmony Huri Yates, Maya Kahura, Kiritiana Patia, Eden Tapsul, Cassie Riranui, and head coach G. Cooney, who we caught up with earlier. Here with Coach Gina. We lost the last 2 years to COVID. How much has it meant to have this tournament back this year?
Our girls have really enjoyed the experience of being in this atmosphere. COVID has hindered a lot of things for them. The ability to connect with the outside world. There was pros and cons they did like the environment where there were no parents involved watching them, but they did ultimately lose touch with the society outside of school. And so for them, being back here, experiencing this environment has allowed them to, actually be a young person and connect in with their peers, and know that they've all experienced the same thing. So I think for them it's just re-experiencing the real world and basketball, and being able to have people and other schools and share that moment with everybody else. Yeah.
Tauranga girls have never made a national final. What would it mean to the school to advance?
For our kura, because we're huge and we're built on whānau, okay, and we wouldn't be here without our whānau. So for us to advance, for us to even be here has been a massive accomplishment. So for us to be in the final, that would just take it to another level for us, for our whānau, and for our wahine. So it's obviously going to give them more tools, for their kete to take away with them, to build them into bigger, to stronger wahine. Okay, because that's what our program is about. We're not just about basketball. Okay, we're hoping to just provide some skills and tools for our wahine to put into their kete, so that they can walk out into the real world as stronger than they were before this experience. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Best of luck for the game.
And for St Andrews College, Stack we like to call them, number 1 Natasha Lynn, number 2 Ruby Bainham, number 4 Ophelia Powell, number 5 Rafferty Powell, number 6 Maddie Morrow, number 7 Angelique Doing, number 9 Molly Morrow, number 10 Charlotte Seddon, number 11 Kavana Lenny, number 13 Kadere Atua Williams, and number 15 Ella Sharp, and is coached by the ever energetic Adam Morgan.
Here with Coach Adam. You're a former Division 1 wide receiver for Utah State. How has that experience assisted at all with coaching basketball?
Well, to be honest, I was actually just a walk-on there, so if you're looking for highlights, you probably got to dig a little deep. But I think the biggest thing was, again, just being a practice squad player, not playing a whole lot, so you get to have that empathy for the players. So for us, I think one of our strengths actually is that we were strong 1 through 11, and our 10th and 11th girl, they're both ready at all times, and because I was able to have that empathy, I think I'm able to help relate, keep everybody engaged, and when your number's called, you're ready to step up, which has been a real good strong point for our team.
St Andrews have never made a national final. What would it mean to the school to advance to the big dance tomorrow?
Oh, it'd be absolutely awesome. I mean, the program starting from Ben Eves all the way down to our coaching staff, and not even just the school itself. I mean, the school itself is absolutely an amazing place, but I think at the same time, both us and Christ College, we feel like we're representing the South Island, Christchurch, the Mainland Eagles program, and just a little bit of everything there. So it's we definitely feel the weight of the South Island on us, but in a positive way, and we're really ready to support them.
Thank you so much for the insight. Best of luck for the game. Great to hear Coach Adam there as we have a look at the referees, Shihon Martin, Amy Jo Clark and Jake Young. Very experienced crew, and always awesome when you get to semi-finals to have 3 referees, another eye on the court.
Oh yeah, for sure. It always helps, and we have 3 really experienced refs for the semi-final, which is great to see. I'm really intrigued with the matchup. Obviously, I've seen a lot of St Andrews throughout the year being in Christchurch. Not a lot of Tauranga girls, but I have seen a few of the girls play rep basketball, which is always good to see. So I'm interested, excited.
The Kaitakaro are on the court and ready to go. And underway is Stack. First of all, Williams, great kick out pass. A good ball movement here from Stack, just working around what looks like a zone. And 3 seconds called. Perfect defensive stand there from Tauranga girls.
Yeah, good way to start the game. Clogging their lane. Ella Sharp, I believe, had 20 yesterday in their quarter-final, so she is be one to watch for St Andrews.
And Stack, who ended up first in Zone 4 in qualifying, beat Rangiora High School by 1 point in that final. So they know how to close out tight games, but still plenty of basketball to come before we get to that part. Great little step through. Floater is good. And Cooney, first points for Tauranga girls.
Yeah, great little penetration there by Cooney and a nice wee floater.
Morrow in and out. And not a play you want to let fly, is it?
No, definitely not. She is a definite sharpshooter. I think Ryan Doubledown talked about earlier in the tournament. She's one of, if not one of the best shooters in this tournament.
Open Kurufifi Toru attempt is good and converted by Annika Highland.
Yeah, great look, great down screen to get her open. Stack just need to, settle down, find a rhythm.
And I tell you what, Tauranga girls, we saw Hastings play earlier in the week as a big Kurufifi Toru attempt is good.
Yeah,
Maddie Morrow.
There's that girl again, Maddie Morrow. She's got such a quick release and such a high release. As we see Adam Morgan there in the background getting hype, we'll see a lot of that. I think his voice is a little bit more strained than your one with all his yelling.
Yeah, I know. I was talking to Adam, obviously pre-game. He was struggling. He was getting amongst the vocal zones. And there's a few raspy voices going around. Westlake boys assistant coach Josh Davis has lost his voice as well.
Yeah, saw Lindsay Tate earlier downstairs. His voice is going. And as we see Kavana Lenny there attacking the hoop, whose mother Stacey is a ex-Blackfern.
It's awesome, isn't it, seeing that next generation coming through. Makes the first nice and comfortable. And Miles Pearce was talking about it before in the last game. Such a change during free throws, isn't it? On the first one, teams are usually still in a huddle and then come out for the second one to contest the rebound if there is an opportunity.
Yeah, that's a big thing these days about getting into huddles. Because obviously we as coaches, we can only do so much on the sideline. Your leaders need to really be vocal these days and talk about what we're doing in the next play and getting into what defense. That's the biggest thing, right?
And if you do like huddles, don't forget to sign up at thehuddle.co.nz. Great little step through, blocked though. Offensive to Rapa, but the shot clock will not reset. 7 on the clock. Kurufifi Toru attempt is good off the tupper. And they're going to get a lot of shots like that, aren't they, Tauranga? Because Stack's really packing in that paint.
Yeah, they like to help a lot, on the penetration because they're not going to give away too many drives, but that is not.
Long there off the tupper.
Tauranga getting away with leaving Maddie Morrow open, wide open, off that zone set.
So here is Tauranga girls. Nice little screen there on the weak side. The screener coming out to the corner. Step back, Kurufifi Toru.
Great
No
box
good
out from
off the Papa Moody.
Ella Sharp.
And rip and drive to the corner. Williams. Did it hit the Papa Moody before it hit the
Yeah,
top?
it looked like it did hit the Papa Moody.
In and out. And rebound again. Tauranga girls.
Yeah, out to a fast start. Both teams just settling in. That they're on the big court, so everyone's watching this one. So.
Well, it's great to see, isn't it? They've changed the draw slightly, so every team's done before the semi-finals. As we see, the harder is called, so teams that are done coming down to support and see the highest of levels at this tournament.
Yeah, those are always great when you can finish your games early. If you've been knocked out and come support your local, I know that the Kashmir crew that I've been affiliated with, they're down here supporting the Stack girls and Cross College before that.
As Pataya there makes the first.
I like the intent with the Tauranga girls team that had come out in a kind of an attacking mode and getting into the paint early, trying to just, make St. Andrews work on defense.
So there is St. Andrews. I haven't actually seen their white uniform yet this tournament, but I'm quite a fan of it. And one. Great finish. Kevin Arlennett.
Yeah, she is a great post-up player for a guard. She's very strong, athletic, and I've been really impressed with her development over the last 12 months. She's just gotten so much better, and she's using her athleticism.
Well, great job there as well. She was actually doubled, but managed to rip baseline, get the defender into bad position, and convert. 9-7 here, Tauranga girls. Neither team ever made the final, Josh Thompson. What a stat. What a nugget from Mike Lacey.
So there's that offensive foul that's been called. But yeah, hey, both schools pushing for that first final berth. And as we see, oh yeah, just a push off, hit in the face on the drive there by Cooney.
So Williams up top, looking like a 3-2 zone there, Josh. Morrow in the corner, in and out. And that shot's going to be there all day if they want it.
Yeah, that's not the person that you really want to be leaving open in the corner, because I've coached Maddie Morrow at under 19s, and I've seen her get hot, and when she's hot, the hoop looks like an ocean.
Great rip and drive over the defender off the Papamuri. Williams comes away with it. And St. Andrews College, great kick out. Kurufifi Toru is good. And we're going to see a timeout here, Tauranga girls. Yeah. Josh Thompson, what adjustment do they need to make?
They really need to find the shooters. You know, too many open three-point shots there. And as you saw there, Karereatua Williams with a great drive. Just real patient, found the shooter, and that Kavana Lenny wide open. They just really need to adjust to that zone. Leaving Maddie Morrow open in the corner is living dangerously, as we see Kavana Lenny hitting that wide open Kurufifi Toru.
It's one of those things, isn't it? Because St. Andrews, they're not the tallest team.
No.
Is it a team that you want to match up with because they like to shoot the Kurufifi Toru so much?
Well, yeah, you'd think that, but then also they are a very good attacking the hoop team, as we saw Kavana earlier with that post up. You know, they have really good penetrators, as we'll see when the Powell twins come in. They like to attack the hoop, so you know it's a pick your poison with St. Andrews. Really, like early we're letting them shoot threes, and we'll see how that pans out for Tauranga girls.
You know what I really like to see as we had a look at that St. Andrews huddle there in the timeout. Adam Morgan wasn't taking the talk. It was actually Tolfern Tessa Boagni.
Yep, she is a great input into the Stat girls team, and Adam is always willing to hand it over to his assistants to see what they see. And I'm a bit the same. If they see something, I'm just like, cool, hey, you see that, you do that. As we see the little trap there.
Well beat. Oh, what a little rip and drive off the Papamuri. Hits to the tupper. And the rebound ends up in the hands of Ella Sharp. But great offensive move there, Josh.
Oh, yeah, great move from Ella. Like I said, she was instrumental.
Williams is fouled. Won't convert the and one, but...
It's a great find there by Maddie Morrow on the penetration to find Williams.
What a bounce pass as well to Williams.
Yeah.
And I think a big thing is that is going to be the second foul on Annika Highland.
Yeah, that's a big one. You know, she's been massive for them through this tournament. And, you know, it's always tough when you're having to force your hand making substitutions to key players with foul trouble. Like we said, we saw last night, Cameron Quaid with 2 and they rode it out. You know, do you ride one of your top players in this one?
Probably not this early. Is just a little mistake there from Kahura. But KC in the last semi-final as well was in foul trouble in that. They made a great comeback when he came back on the floor, but those minutes without your key players in these tight, highest level semi-finals is Morrow. Off the tupper, offensive two-upper.
Yeah, and that's one of Lenny's strengths, is her rebounding on both ends of the floor, using her athleticism and just her instincts.
Short there, hits the Papamuri in the tupper, rebound at Morrow. Don't forget, of course, if you want to follow along with this game on the live sets, it can be found on nz.basketball. And all the amazing write-ups as well that Mike Lacey's been doing, the daily wraps, little fun facts every day. Great finish though from Lenny, and St Andrews up 15-9. You almost feel like that timeout that Tauranga girls took has backfired.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, she was forced to hand at 10-9. I'd like to see her maybe trust the players a little bit more, but you know, you gotta feel the game, and she felt momentum was swinging their way. But now these are big free throws here by Tapsell.
Well, you always like, don't you, as a coach, having the numerical advantage in timeouts. So still 15 minutes of this half to play. Yep. Tauranga girls only with 1 timeout, St Andrews with 2. And that's just nice. You've kind of got one in the pocket.
Yeah, it's like almost a chess match with timeouts, right? Do you call it? Do I not call it? How do I see this going? As we see Lenny checking out and Molly Morrow checking in.
Well, it's always scary as well, because you take your second timeout. If St Andrews dial up a press or something that you weren't prepared to talk about, and your players are a bit confused about what to do, you can't then bring them back in to talk about it and make an adjustment. So that's going to be a crucial thing to look for. Great half front and steal from Patia.
Yeah, I think Powell just needs to dribble it over to the 45 a little bit more. Morrow had good position on the baseline, but...
Oh, what a little roll, and beautiful off the tupper.
Yeah,
to see a good
we
pick
see
and roll.
Anika Halen's checked back in, and I think that was we need you out there sub. It's kind of do or die, right?
And a late whistle called, and that's why we've got 3 referees on the court, Josh, just that extra set of eyes to see that bump and make the call.
Yeah, and he's quite he's a really experienced ref who's done NBL, Tohi League, so it's good to see that we have 3 top up-and-comers. Well, you know, they are experienced, so...
FIBA certified. I think he's FIBA white. I think there's 2 different levels. There's FIBA blue, FIBA white. Ryan Jones is FIBA blue.
Yep.
I've got that wrong, Ryan. You're listening. Apologies. Ryan Jones, what a guy.
I think Halen's picked up her 3rd.
That's something we can monitor on the live stats. Josh is going to have a look at it for us. Great pressure there from St Andrews, but nice little release valve.
Checked back in and then checked out again, so I'm just double checking. That'd be massive for Tauranga girls if Halen has to sit for a majority.
So, always one of my favourite parts here in the game. Let's see what all out of bounds play. Tauranga girls are going to run here. And the usual kick to the corner, cut through, good wall up, but not good enough. And a lot of free throws in this game early, Josh.
Yeah, just trying to get Vert there. She kind of got hit, and then when you get hit, you cave in. That's, you know, what Hunter Adams does so well, right? Verticality, and he doesn't get caved in with his core strength. And Lenny, I thought, good job, but as she gets hit, she just, you know, snuck in and foul on the arm there. And yeah, Anika Halen does have 3.
Yeah, the verticality of Christ College in that last game was absolutely incredible. So St Andrews. Here we go, looking for that high post entry, eventually get it. Oh, double team miscommunication. Morrow in the corner. Got away with one, Josh.
Oh, for sure.
Great right pass, extra pass, Williams. Off the tupper.
Yeah, St Andrews are getting great looks, you know, open looks, which is, you can't complain. And Tauranga just living a little bit dangerously as they see Powell with the great pressure.
Short there.
And the block by Williams.
And that's a tough foul call, because that's free throws again. Tauranga City are in the bonus so early.
See the great help defense and rebound. And refs just saying, yep, Lenny's going to the free throw line, I believe. just an interesting stat. St Andrews have shot 8 free throws already in this quarter.
We'll drop a little bit of knowledge. Did old Miles Pierce when he's talking about 4-factor stats. And he always reckons that free throws is such a massive one. Christ, massively outnumbering Rotorua in that respect, and that's why they ended up winning.
Tauranga.
And I just want to tease a little highlight. We're going to show it during the boys semi-final too, because this is all about the girls at the moment. But KC Nafor's dunk over Hunter Adam.
Yeah, that was nice. I saw Hunter Adams with a little bit of scoreboard pointing.
I like that, eh? He didn't take it personally at all. It's just, yep, hey, look at the score. Because it was 1 second to play. But I'm sure that'll end up on Anahaku's Instagram live. As great finish there off the Papamuri. And Tauranga Girls College. I can't say Tauranga City. Up 18, back to 1 point game. Down 17-18, and that high post too easy. Little floater off the Papamuri is good.
Kavana Lenny has not, if we're going by stats, she hasn't missed a shot yet.
And another steal. Here comes St Andrews. Out and running. Great pivot. And the footwork off the Tapa and the Papamuri.
Of course, as I say, she hasn't missed a shot. She goes and misses that layup.
The old commentator's curse,
Yeah.
gotta love it.
Tauranga doing a great job at getting out and running.
Just loses the hand a little bit there, Rafferty Powell. And I feel like this Tauranga girls zone really just trying to keep the ball up the top, isn't it?
Yeah.
But if you give up little drives and kicks like that.
Yeah. It's a great find from Ophelia Powell.
And another finish there from Tauranga girls. I quite like they've all got the same colour ribbons in their hair.
Yep, they're all blue and yellow, and there's Partia with a nice move to her right hand.
Tip pass there, here's Morrow, little handoff to Powell. And a kickball violation as the game clock. Lost about 4 seconds there.
As we see, shout out to our volunteers in the purple. And our man Joe Frost still on the shot clock there on the show court.
Got to see his son coach last night, Tia Toa. Williams strong there off the Tapa. And here come Tauranga girls, a chance to take the lead.
Great block there from Powell. I think that was Rafferty. Ooh, yeah, double dribble.
Big call there from referee Shahan Martin. I think he just caught himself on the big screen as well as walking down. Thank you to Central Injury Trust for providing the community screen. And the crowd reaction when they saw that KC dunk on the replay, that was nasty.
Yeah, priceless. Even I reacted the way that they did. But then also thought, you know what? Hunter got him 3-4 times with block dunks, and sometimes you're going to get dunked on if you're a shot blocker.
Out tomorrow. Doesn't touch anything, so that ball's still live.
He's still got to play to the whistle, play to the whistle. We've seen that a few times here on this court when they're commentating.
Well, people always seem to think, don't they, that the top of the backboard is out of bounds, but not at all. It's got to hit some of the support structure in behind.
Because, when you hit the side of the backboard is...
Oh my goodness.
Partia almost with the halfway. Kurufifi Toru.
If only I'd been that close when I did the half-court shot in the Sal's NBL.
You would have won free pizza?
Yeah, I still got the $25 voucher I got, though, sitting in my wallet.
Nice.
To be had when I get home, no doubt. So, quarter number 1 completed here in girls semi-final 1 of the AA. St Andrews up 22-21 over Tauranga Girls College. And Josh, I can see you scrolling through the live stats. What stood out to you so far?
Everything's, looking at the live stats, everything's pretty even. 12 rebounds apiece. You know, turnovers at 4 apiece. The free throw shooting, you know, Stack 6 for 9, 66%. Tauranga 3 for 6, so shooting at 50%. But I think the biggest stat is the 2 for 11 from St Andrews from the 3. You know, shooting just 18%, whereas when they're in the paint, they're 5 for 7. So at 71%. But you know, if you were all watching the game, if you're back home watching it, you know, those threes the 11 threes that they have taken, they've been the right shot. You know, that it's opened up for them there. But then they work it when they have worked it inside, they've converted. Believe that Kavana Lenny had a hot start with 14 points.
Well, it's good to see Tiana Patia, 4 points, 4 rebounds, very balanced from her.
Yeah, I really need Tauranga need to keep an eye. If you're a Tauranga fan, Nika Halen, 3 fouls in the first quarter. You know, that would be one to watch. Do you risk her in the second early? I'm maybe thinking of sitting her for 3-4 minutes to start, but if it gets a bit out of hand, are you bringing her back in? That's going to be massive. But like as you said, Patia and Kahura really carrying the load for...
It comes back, doesn't it, to that little chess match between the coaches, and if St Andrews notice that she's on the court, do they then try and attack her? But then does that then throw them out of saying that they're so attached to trying to attack one player that they miss out on a lot of openings around the rest of the court?
I think you just pick your moments, really. If you get her on a one-on-one in transition, you're definitely, you know, thinking of attacking her, as she does have the 3 fouls, and she wouldn't want to pick up a 4th. But I think Tauranga in their zone, you can kind of hide that. So we shall see as we start the second quarter with Tauranga in possession.
So Wahine to Wahine look there for St Andrews. Tough look off the tupper and big rebound. Charlotte Seddon.
Yeah, Charlotte Seddon seeing her first action in this game.
Lovely little kick there, Seddon, but St Andrews just got to sort their spacing out a little bit. Very tight. Williams, cross-court pass to Morrow. Whack! Big finish, Maddie Morrow.
How good was that cross-court pass from Karere Atua Williams? You know, right on the money, right in her pocket, and all Maddie had to do was just catch and shoot. I've noticed both threes that she has hit, a player has been running at her with a hand up, and she's missed all the wide open ones.
Great wall up there from Powell. To tip out, no good. Tauranga girls. Opportunity here to cut this back to a 1-possession lead. Thought she might have travelled there, but not called.
Got away with a little walk there, but great defense there from Stack. Gave away a couple of offensive rebounds.
Long there off the tupper. And away come Tauranga girls.
Good strong rebound there by Cooney to initiate the fast break, but Stack did a good job at getting back in trans.
And 2 shots here for Tauranga girls. They're going to shoot free throws number 7 and 8. And that's going to mean 9 free throws for St Andrews, 8 free throws for Tauranga. Both teams doing a great job of drawing illegal contact.
Yeah, you know, they're really putting pressure on these referees to make calls, and I think for the majority, our people in grey have made a great start to this game.
As we see there as well, a little ankle strapping on the foot of Eden Tapsell.
Yeah, we're up to day 5, and yeah, some of these players. Oh, great help
wall
defense.
up. Angelique Doig. Here's Maddie Morrow. Just working it around here for St Andrews. Finds the high post somehow. What a spin and
Great
finish.
move.
Kavanaugh Lynette. And she's been such a bright spark for St Andrews.
Yeah, she's all the way up and brought her tally to 16 points. to start this first half, and she's just done a lot of her damage down low in the paint, which I think Tauranga are struggling with. But then, as you see there, great move there by Tapsul with the drop step on Kavana Lenny.
Working it around St. Andrews. Did you see the baseline runner, but not needed? Doig, Morrow, great extra pass for Powell. And long there off the tapa, and the tūrapa into the hands of Tauranga girls. St. Andrews were in the dark uniforms last time we had them. And what a little rip through and finish from Cooney.
Yeah, that's a great move there from Cooney. Just caught Stack in the transition. And that never looked like missing from where I was sitting, Andrew.
Well, I'll tell you what, Maddie Morrow just went whack. Little floater again, no good. All around the tapa. And the tūrapa kicked out here to Powell, getting ahead 2-on-1. What a pass to Maddie Morrow. And you talk about that second timeout.
Yep.
I think Tauranga girls can't be too far away from needing it. Oh, what a pass, though. I mean, if they're making plays like that, probably don't need it.
No. It's a great find there, big to big. Tapsul to Partia, who had the finish. And here we see our little flare screen action.
Morrow, lovely little whip pass. Up fake, got the defender out of his shoes. Powell, whack again.
Yeah, Rafferty Powell there off a great. I like the little subtle look that Maddie Morrow gave to the big, just to freeze the defense, to act like she was going to pass it to Ella Sharp, and then she found Rafferty Powell on the opposite 45. Appealing for a back over, but refs deemed that it was tipped. A great box out there by
everyone, just kind of looking at it as saved into the advertisers' hoardings, and easy call there. Anytime, right, the defenders are running with the offensive player and they go up, that's always going to be a call for the referees.
Yeah, and that's number 7 Doing, and as we see the replay with Powell falling into our Whakata Māori signage. Yeah, I've really been impressed with Partia. She's carving out a nice game, you know, working her way in the paint and making it, keeping the score ticking over for Tauranga girls. As we see a sub, Jones in for Tapsul.
We talk about all the different chess matches. I mean, substitutions can be such a crucial one, can't it, Josh? You make a sub at the wrong time.
Yeah.
It can really just throw your flow. Oh, what a little pass into the high post. Spin move.
Great move there by Ella, but also great walling up from Tauranga girls just to put her off balance when she went out for that layup.
Again, that 2-3 zone, but we see the great cut on the weak side, opening up the 45 pass, not used, offensive tūrapa. And the kick out now, where's she gonna stop this? And so it's gonna be a free throw line inbound. Always an underrated thing, isn't it, Josh? It's actually where the player saves it, the inbound's gonna be on the backcourt violations.
Yeah, that's why, you know, as coaches we yell, touch it as early as possible.
Cross-court pass to Morrow. How'd they leave her open? Whack! Makes them pay, Maddie Morrow. That's point number 14 already in this first half. She's been an absolute star.
Yeah, 4 for 11 from 3, Maddie Morrow is, and there she is barking orders, telling Doing to get up on defense.
And a foul called there on the catch.
Yeah, I really like what Partia is doing. She's working her way inside, making it difficult, and just pinning Ella Sharp in the paint and forcing fouls.
Right, let's see what Tauranga girls can come up with here. Great wall up, but extra pass is blocked. Tauranga girls, 6 on the shot clock, saved. And out of bounds, I believe is called there. And Josh, do you think she had possession as she stepped out of bounds, about to take a dribble? No, it's going to be St. Andrew's ball.
I think that was either it's a foul or it's going to be your ball.
Had a referee, John O'Connor, used to always do that. Would come off the opposition, but ref, they came off them. Or do you want the foul called? All right, it's their ball. Morrow! In and out off the tupper. And a big rebound there for Patia.
Tauranga really need to find Maddie Morrow on the three-point line.
And I tell you what, those lozenges are really working there for Coach Adam. He is a vocal. What a roll and finish.
Great take there. Tauranga girls are doing a great job when they break the pressure at attacking St. Andrews in the paint. You know, like we talked about, they don't have a lot of size.
Well, such contrasting styles, isn't it? As we see the whip pass stolen from Tauranga, but Tauranga's only taken 6. Kurufufu Toru so far this game. St. Andrews has taken 17, and once again, commentators curse as they take one there.
I was just about to say that. Oh, there's number 8. You know, obviously, Stacker without one of their stars, you know, Lauren Whitaker, getting injured earlier in the season. She's been traveling with the team, and she's been there from the start supporting, and, you know, we wish her all the best for her recovery moving forward.
Yeah, never like to see any injuries. There's been a couple throughout this tournament that potentially might have swung how it's gone. So for those athletes, as the long Kurufifi Toru attempt is good from Williams.
And there's that second timeout taken by Coach G. Cooney.
So what do you think she's looking to change here in this timeout?
We need to really find the outside shooters. You know, that St. Andrews started to find their rhythm. They're up to 7 made threes now, 7 for 18, which is a pretty, you know, decent clip in high school basketball for any team. So, you know, they really need to be aware of where the shooter is. You know, Maddie Morrow is definitely one that you don't want to leave open, you know. And just shoring up that side of the equation, I think, for Tauranga girls.
Well, 7 for 18 is 38%, but I tell you what, in finals basketball, that feels about double that 76%. That is, that's a pretty good clip when there's a few nerves out and about.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we talked about that yesterday with Ngātai just, you know, forcing things a little bit too much with their three-point shooting, but then it came up and started getting better. But, you know, the start that St. Andrews has had shooting from the three, Tauranga really need to shore their defense up and, you know, just get out there. And as we see, Anika Halen is still sitting on the bench with 3 fouls.
Well, the key 2 scorers so far for St. Andrews that have been doing the most damage, Maddie Morrow, 14 points, and Kivana Lene, 16 points, 3 rebounds. But a full court pressure there for St. Andrews girls. Neither team ever made the AA final, both with an opportunity to do so. Long there off the Papamuri, offensive tūrapa is short. And out on the break comes St. Andrews, 3-on-2 advantage, Morrow. What a spin from Lenny, but just left the ball behind her.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tough one for Tauranga also. You know, Kavana Lenny's doing a lot of the work inside the paint and Maddie Morrow's outside the paint. And as we see, a great drive, just couldn't finish the layup.
Well, Cooney just stepped through so lovely as Doig. And good transition defense from Tauranga girls. Morrow again off the tupper. But those offensive rebounds are going to be so dangerous for Tauranga girls. Long again off the tupper. Another offensive rebound and a foul, but saving grace for Tauranga Girls. That's only their first in quarter number 2.
Yeah, this quarter has been it flowed quite nicely. Not a lot of whistles going for either side, but as we see, Halen checking back in for Tauranga on 3 fouls.
Oh, lovely little spin in from Williams, but left that one short. Hit the Papa Moody, no tupper. And
Yeah,
the tūrapa goes to Tauranga Girls.
it's great defense, tough turnaround. Great defense from Maddie Morrow. No, not showing, she's just not a shooter.
Williams with the left hand. Well, that's the key thing, isn't it? Any time that an offensive player isn't set when they're ready to shoot, as a defensive player, make or miss, you kind of feel like you've done your job.
Oh, for sure. If you can contest that and force them into giving it up and just chasing, I think Tauranga have the ability to chase off the 3-point line. They're just, losing certain players. And Maddie Morrow, as you see, taking a risk. She's not one that you want to lose out on the perimeter. Kadere Atua, multiple sport athlete at St Andrews. I know netball is another one of her sports.
Oh, you didn't say the dirty word, did you?
Yeah, I had to, sorry.
We've been talking all week about the dirty bird and what time that closes, but dirty bird is a big block there for St Andrews. And Tauranga Girls, let's see what little artistry can be made out of the X's and O's from the baseline.
Like their little lineup play.
Wahine to Wahine, and I like the front there on the post action. And the skip through, still live.
Yeah.
Kurufifi Toro attempt, long off the tapa and the tūrapa.
That's a big
into the safe hands again of Lene.
Yeah, big rebound, showing her athleticism.
What's the call there?
Shot clock didn't start, I don't think. We can blame Joe Frost for that because he's the man on the shot clock.
I will never blame Joe Frost for anything. It's the quietest I've ever seen Joe Frost, though.
Oh, for sure.
I love Joe Frost, he's the man.
Oh, as we see a Wahine to Wahine defense there by Tauranga. Great change-up, I thought.
As this Tauranga offensive possession is going to bring us under a minute to play here in quarter number 2. Girls semi-final number 1. Neither team has ever made the AA final. And they're going to be coming up against the winner of Westlake Girls versus Whangarei Girls. Scrap for the ball. That's what finals basketball's about. Williams, long. And who's that call going to be on? That's going to go, I believe, against Lynette. But the refs are going to have a conversation.
No, that's number 4. Yeah, Ophelia Powell. Yep. If you don't know, number 5 and number 4 for Stack twins. Ophelia is number 4 and Rafferty is number 5. I like the pressure here from St Andrews.
Tough look again, but the foul's called.
Yeah, she did a good job. Just a little bit too much body there by Kadere Atua Williams. If you didn't know, Kadere Atua Williams was a tournament team member of the D-League when she played for Canterbury.
It was awesome to see the D-League, wasn't it, this year?
Oh, yeah, it was amazing. Seeing some of the girls that, didn't quite make the Tauihi League, but having the chance to play, I know we had one player, coach, playing that, Darcy Finnegan with St. Kitts.
What a job. I mean, I struggled I always struggled to play, but I struggled to coach or play, let alone coach and play, as another Kurufifi Toro attempt long off the tapa, and that is attempt number 21 for St Andrews. So their game plan is put up as many as they can. That's blocked, and it's going to be half-time here. Girls semi-final 1, St Andrews 42, Tauranga Girls 34. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to be back with some stats and the second half.
This isn't an ad about four-wheel drives. It's about knowing the place, as well as the locals.
We found the place. That's a good start. By my great-grandfather.
One of our biggest problems we have in New Zealand is lack of facilities, the lack of ability for kids to be able to just go in and shoot hoops. But our Hoops in Schools, Hoops in Parks project enables kids to be able to get out there and just have a go, you know, just be able to shoot hoops and have no boundaries, just go out there, have some fun. By not being able to get inside to a lot of facilities, this solves a lot of our problems. We're seeing the hoops that we've already installed just be so well utilised. Every time you drive past a school that's got these hoops in it, there's always kids using them. We know it's going to increase participation in our sport, which is a great thing.
Yeah, Hoops in Schools means to me just a lot of opportunity that when I look back and reflect on my experience at home in Portland, Whangarei, and in the schools, and there wasn't a lot of hoops around, but there was the odd hoop, and we'd always meet there, all the locals, and would have a ball, have fun, and that was a game for all athletes that played all different sports.
It's fantastic to see the ongoing growth of the Hoops in Schools program across the country as we continue to go into different regions. Seeing Tamariki and Rangatahi continuing to have fun through better accessibility is just priceless. And the true value for us is seeing the positive impact it's having across communities here in New Zealand.
It's been absolutely fantastic. We've been able to put 24 hoops into 12 schools right across the province. They were installed a month or so ago, and already we've seen the impact that it's had with kids getting out in there and playing them outside of school hours and the weekends. It's really had a huge impact on the game.
It was good to get into the community today and see the kids just having fun and being able to, you know, have access to these amazing hoops that have been put into new communities, because a lot of schools don't have access to these things.
Now, looking at this initiative of putting a lot more hoops in schools is amazing. I've been to 3 or 4 schools today, and just seeing the faces of this young tamariki has been awesome. And you know, it makes you think about where we're headed and where we've been, and you know, it brings a smile to my face too.
Want to catch a fuel bargain with Caltex and Supergold? Scan your Caltex app, Flybuys or Airpoints for 6 cents off per litre with Pumped. And show your Supergold card for an extra 2 cents off. Ah, feels good.
Welcome back as we see the advertisement for Girls Got Game. And Josh Thompson, you're a big advocate for women's basketball. You've been involved at all in the Girls Got Game system?
I have tried to be. I know it's quite big in Christchurch. You know, players such as Tessa Morrison, Millie Knight have been a big advocate for Girls Got Game down in Canterbury. So is Tessa Voagni, the assistant coach for St Andrews. So it's a great inception to get girls involved with basketball and, you know, to keep playing.
So, Josh, I know you're scrolling through again the live stats. What stood out to you? What's painting the picture of this first half?
The 3-point attempts from St Andrews, 21 to Tauranga's 7. Shooting at 33%, which is pretty good. In a semi-final, you know, when you can shoot around 33 to 36% from anywhere in a final is pretty good. But then also they're working in the paint too, especially with Kavana Lenny leading the way with 16 points and 9 rebounds, and complemented by Maddie Morrow. But you know, when saying that, Tauranga still well in this game. You know, Patia has had a great first half with 8 points and 8 rebounds. So we look to be more as they start in the Wahine defense.
Of course, when you think about it analytically, isn't it? 33% from 3 is about 50% from 2. As long there, Maddie Morrow, but gives the tūrapa. What a little pass under the hoop. Thought there was a shove, but not called. And here comes Williams. Lovely little hook shot.
A great hook shot. Yeah, she's very strong in the paint, Williams is. And here we see the full court pressure there applied by St Andrews.
Lovely drive to the hoop. Great wall up. Looking for the call, not given, and that's going to stay Tauranga girls basketball though. Relatively,
As we see they're doing, just riding. They're trying to say it came off Cooney's head, but refs saw otherwise.
Oh, lovely little feet set and kick out for the Kutuwhiwhi Toru. Attempt off the right tapa. But another offensive tūrapa. Both teams have got to sort this out, Josh.
Yeah. Both teams are really dominating the offensive rebounds. And just a bad turnover there from Kavana Lenny.
Just a bit of nerves with what they know was on the line at the end of this game.
Oh, for sure. You know, coming out in the second half, you really need to be still locked in because it could go either way.
Great little spin move, freeing up some space. And once again, that is going to stay Tauranga girls basketball.
Yeah.
What little action they're going to get into here. Little rip and drive. There's a shot clock wound down. And Josh, they could have just let that one go because Tauranga girls didn't get secure the rebound.
No, Alice Sharp there securing the rebound. It looked like Stack had a chance to run out, but I think the buzzer went off for a little bit too long. It's funny how that one goes.
It's one of those ones, isn't it, where it's not even your fault, but you feel awkward as the shot clock person.
Sure.
Like, sorry guys, my bad. Oh, what a pass there from Williams. And what a finish from Kavana Lenny.
Yeah, she's really put a stamp on this game.
But again, coming straight back the other way was Annika Highland.
Yeah, well, you wonder what the game would have been like if she didn't pick up her third in the first quarter, but Tauranga girls still well in this game.
Well, it's almost a reset for her, isn't it? Maybe some fresh legs. She can play the whole second half as Tauranga girls look to evaporate this 10-point lead that Stack have brought so far.
Yeah, Stack 3 seconds on the shot clock. You're looking for your quickest play.
Have to get it up. And don't. Maddie Morrow almost putting it in off the Papa Moody, but it's not going to matter. She didn't get that off in time. And Modi Moore wished he had those referees for the Breakers last weekend.
Yeah. So that last second shot didn't count. I saw.
What a spin. Body's on the floor, and we're going to see a foul call going the other way.
Over the back there by Tuki. Makere Tuki there.
I was watching the referee's hand signal, making sure it wasn't number 10 that he was putting up. Referees, obviously, they've got to make the calls, but you want to see the best players on the court
100%.
in these close games. Williams, what a back cut. Lynette somehow finding teammates. Williams trying to tie this thing up. Oh, what a pass and finish off the Papamuri.
Bit of a falcon there off Maddie Morrow to land fortunately into Williams' hand, and she found a
offensive foul called. That's on number 10. That's going to be on Annika Highland. That is her 4th foul.
That's huge in the contest, as we see. Oh, I kind of think that you let that go, Andrew.
No call. And we're going to see the sub in. And you wonder, Josh, do you keep her out there and just go, we're just going to try and get as close as we can with you, and then if you're out, you're out?
Oh, I think you have to take her out. Yeah, there's still 17 minutes left in this game, and you're only down 12.
As the whack goes down from Rafferty Powell. And already Highland out has had a negative start for Tauranga girls.
Yeah, that's huge.
But what a lovely response, and that's the way to go about it from Maya Kahura.
Yeah, they do a great job at attacking after they beat the pressure that Stacker applying. As we find another great bounce pass and cut from Ella Sharp, from Williams to Ella Sharp.
But that's got to be it, isn't it, from Tauranga girls? If they're going to get back in this game, they've got to show up around the hoop.
Yeah.
Make it as hard as they can for Stack. But then on the other end, because Stack's been shooting so many Kurufifi Torus, they've got to extend out, and it's opening up those gaps. So it's such a chess game, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. A great move there by Cooney. What a rebound from Kavana.
Look up, Lenny. She does so. Maddie Morrow. Gorgeous 2-foot stop as well. Fundamentals.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Especially because she came across the lane. You know, sometimes you come across the lane and you go off 1 foot. You tend to have a bad angle and it doesn't come off.
The tough finish once again from Kahura. And she is saying Highland's out, but I'm going to be the one that's going to bring Tauranga girls back into this game.
Oh, for sure. Her and Patia, I think, are the keys for... Oh,
Williams, what a
five.
pass! But off the Papamuri, doesn't get the friendly roll. Powell, though, another chance for it, and goes back up and in.
Ella Sharp is just so good at working that baseline cut. You know, Kate Delta's found her 3 times. You know, she missed the 3rd, but, you know, I think Maddie Morrow there just managed to gather the offensive rebound and find her under hoop again. So,
well, smart timeout, I thought, there from Tauranga girls. Half this quarter's gone, so they've let enough time lapse where if they need to make another adjustment, they're on the home swing to quarter time, and that's an extended break.
Yeah. I think that's a good time out there from Coach Cooney. Just needs to settle the girls. You know, we know that Highland's gone out with her 4th, and you know it seemed to have a negative effect, but they still are scoring quite regularly, which is a good thing for Tauranga. You know, they get into the basket after beating the pressure. I just nearly think they need to shore up their defense in the paint now. You know, it's quite hard when a team shoots so many threes and then all of a sudden they've changed their strategy to attacking the hoop.
Well, St Andrews have almost got 3 players in double figures. Maddie Morrow's got 16 points, 4 rebounds. Kavana Lene has got the double-double already, 18 points, 11 rebounds. And Kareriatea Williams, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. And Ella Sharp, 8 points, 4 rebounds.
Yeah, you know, even though Kadere Atua doesn't have the stats, she is a big part of this St Andrews team in terms of her distributing, her defense. You know, I think in the Wayland Trophy final, she had 20 points, 20 rebounds when they beat Rangiora. So she can affect the game, not just with her passing as well.
Here come Tauranga girls. What adjustments are they going to make? A little double post action there and a foul. As did Morrow fall down? Was she tripped or did she just fall down? No. Seems like she's a little bit sore.
I think Patia may have landed on the front there.
Something to look for as we have another look at that move, and yeah, you're right. In and out there on the first.
Yeah, there'll be something to look for moving forward, and you see Maddie Morrow jumping up and down on the bottom of your bottom right hand corner of your screen.
And misses both, and away come St Andrews. Now 6 of 14 from the free throw line, Josh. Those are for Tauranga girls. When they come back and look at the stats, that's going to be something crucial.
Yeah. Oh, massive. Free throws are huge. In big games, massive. I don't know, I think I've lost games off free throws, and you probably obviously attest to this as well.
I remember in a secondary school final when I was in year 12, we shot 15 of 57 from the free throw line. As whack goes Stack.
Charlotte sitting there, opening her scoring account with their three-pointer.
And you could say they're just stacking up three-pointers at the moment. Now up 20 points.
Oh, what a great move.
Little dream shake. But again, here comes Williams. Oh, and the kick ahead, just a little bit too far for Powell. But good ball movement, trying to find Williams again in the post. 1-2 is left short, and away come Tauranga girls. Great little body control, stop herself, blocked. So, Tauranga girls needing to reset things. 14 minutes to play, 60-40. St Andrews, you could argue, have got 1 foot in the final, but if anyone's going to have a say about it, it is Cooney trying to slow down the juggernaut.
Yeah, she's done really well in this game, penetrating and getting into the paint and finishing with the left there. And I think Tauranga need to really just attack the hoop, but they've got to.
They need to box out.
They need to box out. They need to get stops, get rebounds, as we see here. Then with the, I believe that's Partia with the rebound.
And they're actually winning the rebound battle, our Tauranga girls.
Yeah,
it's pretty even, 38-34.
We're saying St Andrews are getting a lot of offensive rebounds. Tauranga have 20.
My bad. Apologies to the people in the beautiful city of Tauranga. One of my favourite places to visit.
Oh, for sure. My sister lives up there, my younger sister, so venturing there for a holiday.
Kurufifi Toru at 10. What a finish, and here's a little 5-0 run for Tauranga girls.
Yeah, Cooney.
And what's the call here, Josh? Try and get it to 10 with a quarter to play?
Oh, for sure. If you can get 10 with a quarter to play, you're in a real shot of winning, or having a chance to win. As we see here, they force a turnover.
Another steal. The crowd's behind them as well. The girls from Tauranga trying to make the school's first ever AA final. What a kick to the corner. Kurufifi Toru is long off the tupper. Rebound for Rafferty Powell, and what a swing pass.
How dedicated is that? 2 players running out to a shooter.
Well, I talk about defense winning championships, and Williams there is fouled. That's going to be the 3rd team foul on Tauranga girls, and we're going to have a timeout taken by St Andrews. What adjustment do you think they're going to look to try and make after calling that?
I just think they're rushing things a little bit, St Andrews, and this is a calm down, let's run a set, timeout. I know this is probably a smart one in the contents. Tauranga went on a little 5-0 run. We've had a couple of turnovers. Let's just settle the girls down and run a good baseline set. We can't get in anything. I'm pretty sure Adam has something that he flows into off his baseline set that will work for the girls, and that they've done 1,000 times.
Well, as well, I just want to plug the Caltex Good Sports. If you have seen anyone, it can be players, it can be coaches, it can be volunteers, it can be spectators you think is a good sport. You've got 2 options. If you're down here, which you should be, why are you not? Then you can go track down a Basketball New Zealand staff member and give them your nomination, or else you can email the tournaments team at tournaments@basketball.nz. And I tell you who my nomination is, Josh. It's an easy one for me. It is Mike Lacey from the Lacey Lowdown.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I'll agree with that. As you see, he's sitting on the scorer's table next to Joe Frost, filling out his play-by-play and report on the game, and he's here every tournament. He loves this. He actually thought about not coming this year.
Yeah, but then everyone realised, no, we've got to have Mike Lacey at this tournament.
Yeah, he needs to be at every tournament.
I'm going to rephrase it. I would love Mike Lacey to be at every tournament, but we need more people to help out in the way that Mike Lacey does.
Yeah.
Because speaking to Mike, he's actually a lot older than I realised. There's another whack from Matty Morrow. Yeah, no, Mike does an absolutely sensational job. Always wanted to be a journalist when he was younger, never got the chance. And then when he retired, you see the beautiful layup off the Papamuri.
Just Stack over-helped a little bit there. He didn't really need to. Cooney was stopped. Matty Morrow slid over to help her sister, and probably not necessary.
1-2-2 zone look here from Tauranga girls.
Oh, great little pocket pass there from Ophelia Powell.
Got away with one there, Tauranga girls. Here they come. Chance here to crack into the 16-point lead. What a spin bit, blocked again.
Great
Molly
block
Morrow.
From Molly Morrow, the younger sister of Maddie Morrow. I know Dad's in the crowd. He's very enthusiastic about his girls.
Whack again! The Morrow sisters putting on an absolute three-point clinic at the moment.
Oh, it's just infectious at the moment. Yeah, they're playing.
The foul is called. And you can just feel the crowds starting to influence the game a little bit.
Yeah, Tauranga screaming for a foul and Stack cheering, but Tauranga there getting the call.
They want to have another look at that on the replay. Is producer Rich going to give them what they want? He is actually, but none of them are watching.
Probably a good thing, Andrew.
Smart use of replay there, and the production team makes the second, and we're going to see Miles Pearce doing a fantastic job. He's doing it all, isn't he, this tournament? He's in the commentary booth with us. He was selecting tournament teams. He's been coaching. So much time for Miles. What a man.
Yeah, played for the Jets back in the day.
No good.
Oh, yeah, that's
foul is called. Easy call.
Easy call, yeah.
But you like that aggressiveness of your stack because there's only the third team foul. So either teams, if you're not in the bonus, why not go after it? Because the worst thing that happens is the referee makes the call.
Yeah, as we see Kamano Leni checking back in. What a weapon to bring off the bench after you've been on a little run here.
So stacking the front court with defenders, making it tough on the catch, but what a rip. And kick ahead, tipped. Oh!
Ooh.
Look after Mike Lacey's laptop, please.
Yeah, coffee.
Oh, there's a coffee as well.
Coffee spilled there. Hopefully that was empty.
Let's have another look at that on the action replay. I think it was empty from the looks of things.
Yeah. How good was the volunteer there catching the ball? Being aware.
Big block, but called a foul. And I think the right call, because if you look at where our hands were on that replay.
We have to see the replay of that one. Here we go.
Yep. I think that was a foul.
I think it was a foul. Yeah, her off arm pushed her as she came down. If she had both up, I would say tough call, but no, I thought that was a good foul. Good call by our refs.
Done a wonderful job this week, the referees, because it's tough. I mean, COVID hasn't just affected players and coaches, it's affected referees. They haven't had the opportunity to have as many games and get experience. So
for sure.
Morrow, yes please, 2 more there for St Andrews and a big 19-point lead. 40 seconds to play, quarter 3.
I've watched a couple Stack games already, and I don't think Maddie Morrow has missed a mid-range jump shot.
Well, it's like in all the tournaments I've commentated, is another Kurufifu Toru goes whack. I never saw... What is Nick Book's brother's name?
Josh Book.
I never saw Josh Book miss a single shot in every tournament I ever watched of him, and that was a few. Never missed a shot.
What a pass.
Again. In St. Andrews College, 73-49. That's the end of quarter 3.
Like that outlet pass, we need to see that one again. That was great. Two-hand chest pass, three-quarter court on the money. All Matty Morrow had to do was catch and lay the ball up.
Look at that. Oh, right in the pocket. Josh Thompson, I bet you never made a throw like that as a quarterback.
Well, I've made a couple. We can pull out my highlights. I don't think that the fans need to see that, though. But, no, I thought Tauranga did a good job forcing Adam into that timeout, and they had the momentum. And, you know, in hindsight, Adam looks great because he called their timeout, and they went on a bit of a, 8-10-2 run there to end the quarter. And Molly Morrow was a bit of a spark plug, defensively, a couple of big blocks, hitting a 3. And then her older sister just kind of took over there with her 7 straight points to end the quarter. So I think if you're Tauranga Girls College, you're throwing it all out there now.
Well, it's got to go for broke, right? It's going to be full court press the whole time, running. And if players get tired, you've got to utilise subs, even if it's not your strongest players, because you just need bodies flying around.
No, for sure. And I think you're playing Anika. Obviously, you're having to play Anika for the start of this quarter, and just trust that she doesn't get her 5th foul, and just to give themselves a chance, as we see Kaipo there on the big screen.
And speaking of highlights, I just want to point out the people at home. We don't have the camera in the commentary booth like we did in 2019. But Josh Thompson with the Jordan 5s that perfectly match the same colorway as your, is that a University of Lincoln?
Oh, it is University of Lincoln hoodie. I do have my Basketball New Zealand top underneath though, Catherine. So.
No worries. If we'll keep it positive. That's what Catherine Giles would say in reply to that. Just keep it positive.
Positive.
So, quarter number 4, girls semi-final number 1 of 2022. Josh Thompson, I've missed this so much, 2020, 2021. That was probably one of the biggest gutting things living in Auckland was when we went into lockdowns, it meant this tournament was cancelled.
Yeah, no, it really hurt. Like, I know a couple of when I was coaching at Ellesmere, we had good teams and we missed out on nationals for those 2 years, which was just gutting. But it's great to have it back and great to see our youth put on display, really, for our country and even the world. Being on YouTube, anyone can watch it. So this is amazing.
I just want to give a quick shout out to tournament lead as Williams misses that one, but the offensive rebound. But Rosie Kirkpatrick, who's on maternity leave from Basketball New Zealand, just had a lovely young child, and wishing the child all the health, wishing her health. Hopefully Sarah to tournament in 2023.
It's great transition defense there by Kavana Lenny just to stop. And the Morrow sisters out there on the break. Younger sister Molly setting up her older sister Maddie for the easy finish.
It's always the way, isn't it? Selfish older siblings wanting the points.
Yeah, for sure. And that great move there by Patia in the post. They really haven't utilised her that often in the second half. She was really dominant and did a good job in the first half, but Tauranga went away from it.
I think as well, I think Stack realised that and did a good defensive job as Doig just thought she was square, but when you're on the hip, it makes things so tough, doesn't it, Josh?
Oh, 100%. You just have to fight to get in front, otherwise if you give a little nudge, refs are always going to give the advantage to the offensive player, and as we see there, Doink just giving Halen a little bit of a shove.
And as you can see in the background of our screen, Mata Cameron has entered the building. The absolutely legendary mother of Pero, Ray, Jeannie, and Jodie. I hope I've got that all right.
I believe you do. She's coming here to support her son Ray, with his
granddaughters in the team as well.
Yep.
So yeah, Mata Cameron.
Cameron family, yeah, they've done a lot for New Zealand basketball.
Great to see Pero Cameron here as well. First thing he said when he saw me, I see you shaved your head. Cheers, Pero. Gave me a big slap as well on the chest.
Yep, that's a big hand too.
Oh, that hurt. Here is Morrow up the top. Great movement, but the spacing wasn't great. But Lenny says, I don't worry about the spacing. Just give me a gap. I'll find it. And they are stacking on the points, St. Andrews.
You know, with St. Andrews, it hasn't just been one player. You know, Kavana Lenny started it off, then Matty Morrow.
I think as well, it shows you how good the St. Andrews team is, because Tauranga girls, they beat Hastings pretty comfortably, and I was so impressed with that Hastings team. So for how good Tauranga girls is, it just shows you how amazing this St. Andrews team is.
Yeah, well-drilled team. You know, they move really well. We have got a message. Shout out Kat Jones, obviously listening. Younger daughter is Zeta Cameron.
Thank you, Kat. Apologies for not mentioning it properly earlier. And shout out as well to Ben Eves, who has helped put together the St. Andrews. Did a little bit of stats for him when he was at Westlake in 2012.
Yep.
And he did an amazing job with that program. So for him to come back to Canterbury, help put together the St. Andrews team, shout out Ben Eves, you've done an incredible job.
Yeah, Ben Eves, an alumni of St. Andrews College. Was there, finished in 2004, I believe. I think they finished 8th at Nationals that year.
That was the year you finished, wasn't it, Josh?
Yeah, I was meant to finish, but I went back in 05, so, you know.
Kick out, Kurufifi Toru attempt off the Papamuri. And here come Tauranga girls. Still enough time though for them to make a comeback as they make acrobatic shots like that to get it to 22.
I think the foul trouble really just hindered Tauranga early, but hey, they're still in with a chance. We saw last night Ngātai Aotea were down 20 and they brought it back to 6 with a minute 30 to go, so Tauranga still have a chance.
How good was that haka last night as well from Ngātai Aotea?
Oh, it was amazing, you know, and that's what you have in New Zealand, only in New Zealand.
There is Powell, almost gets stolen, but just slowing things down, and I like this from Stack, just slow the clock down, lead as much time, give Tauranga girls as few opportunities as possible.
Yeah, run through your sets.
Williams spins again out the back door, and the left-hand hook off the tupper. And the ball is going to end up.
You know what? I don't mind that. They ran 24 seconds off the clock. Got a decent look at the rim. Yeah, and that's what, you know, you shorten the game now. When you're in the lead like this, you want to shorten the game. Right, the clock is your friend. You want to keep it going. You don't want to take ill-advised quick shots. Whereas your Tauranga, you're.
And interesting there that there was a trap and it's worked. No, it's a foul.
Just a little shove there.
I thought she was nominating out of bounds. Apologies, people at home. I'm having an absolute shocker on this game. But hey, such is life. Right, here come Tauranga girls into the corner. Think about a little trap there, St. Andrews. Looking for that high post entry, don't get it. Kurufifi Toru attempt is good.
Massive.
Back-to-back baskets here from Tauranga girls. Don't write them off just yet with 5 minutes to play in this match.
No, they sit back here and there. This looks like a boxing one, almost.
Well, we'll need another possession just to confirm that, but if they've made that change, I'm always a big fan of a bold move from a head coach.
Yep.
Great dribble, great defense though as well. Forcing her to pick it up. Tauranga girls, what can they come up with there? Open Kurufifi Toru attempt is off
just
the
couldn't drop.
Tapa and the Papa Moody. Back up and in. Would you take a timeout, Stack?
Yeah,
Yes, they will.
Great
What's
off.
the adjustment, Josh, that they've got to make here?
I just think offensive rebounds. I like the defensive pressure, but they're just gambling way too much here with about 4:20 to go. If I'm Adam, I may be bringing back in Kavana Lenny and Matty Morrow just to finish the game off. I know he's probably resting and trying to save, but in the game so important, you might want to bring two of your top scorers in this game and just to finish it off and just to settle. If I'm Stack, I'm coming down here running my best offense to find my best looking shot with about 8 to 5 seconds left on the shot clock, just to kill some time and like I said, shorten the game to
Well, it's a nice decision to be able to make, isn't it? To be able to bring in two of your three best players. Talk us through some stats, Josh. What's been happening?
Our leading scorer is Matty Morrow with 26 for Stack. Maya Kahuru, 14 for Tauranga Girls. Kavana Lenny with 14 rebounds just to go with her 22 points as well. So she's got her double-double. Pātia, Kiritiana Pātia with her double-double as well, 12 points, 13 rebounds. But the telling stat is the three-point shooting, 12 for 35 from St. Andrews at 34%. Massive.
That is it's almost what teams would shoot in a season about 20 years ago, right? 35 threes. Remember, was it Larry Bird that led the league? I think it was 85 made threes in 1986.
Yeah, and Steph Curry over 300.
I think he hit 500 one season, didn't he?
Oh, I think so. We're going to have to look that up. Well, we got the internet. I got my laptop in front, so I probably could. Great defense.
What a pass tomorrow. Another good feed, and the offensive rebounds are what's going to kill Tauranga Girls. In and out again. And away come Tauranga Girls, and that's a good foul for Tauranga Girls.
Yep.
That's number 3 on Stack. If they can try and get in the bonus early, it's going to stop the clock. Give them easy shots and try and get away at this lead, but Josh, time is not their friend at the moment.
No, they really need to speed the game up. Get quality looks out of their sets, but get them early, get quality looks early.
Oh, what a find, but what a block. Tauranga Girls, nothing is coming easy for them at the rim. Deep, Kurufifi Toru attempt. And that's going to be St. Andrews College ball.
Yeah, I just looked it up. He made 402 in the 15-16 season.
That's a joke. So here come St. Andrews, and from Tauranga, you need to see more pressure, don't you, in the full court?
Oh yeah, you do. They really need the ball back. They need turnovers and quick shots or stops. There we get our stop there, nice block there from Tatsul, and we get a run out.
One-on-one situation. Oh, what a spin to create space. That was superb from Anika Highland.
Yeah, she has really been instrumental. And
another steal. To the hoop, step through, good. Do you use another timeout here? Yes, he will. I believe is that timeout number 2 in the second half.
It is.
As we say hello to Mitchell Langton.
Yeah, he's trying to call me.
Come on, Mitch, you know what's happening in the moment. Is he trying to get in on the conversation in the commentary booth?
He must be.
So, Tauranga Girls have made this great run to get it back to 13 points with 2 minutes 50 to play. On a St. Andrews point of view, what adjustment they're going to look to make to try and just close this game out?
Oh, I just think they need to look after the ball, get good looks at shots, but I think they really need to get something at the rim. They did at that moment there. Kairi Atua and Kavana Lenny were just about to check in, so that's a smart move there from Adam Morgan, just to get two of your starters and influential players out there to finish this last 2 minutes 50. But Tauranga has been amazing. You know, they're 15-4 in this last quarter. They're a good fight back, which is, you know, you love to see in these semi-finals, in these big games, you know.
Well, they're showing championship fight, aren't they?
Oh, for sure.
That's what all great teams have, as we see more full court pressure here from Tauranga girls, but get up into the ball handler.
They need to be a bit physical, but that's the person who I had the ball in my hands late in the game. One of these three girls that just touched it.
Kavana Lenny spins into the defender, but what a finish from Kavana Lenny. And looks like shoelaces just came undone.
The shoe came off there. She's just
like
playing out of her shoes.
She just saw herself as well that she's on the big screen. Great work from our baseline cameraman.
Oh, yep, just came off there. She's trying to force it back on there.
So as we take a quick break, Josh, looking ahead, Westside Girls versus Whangarei.
Yep.
Who are you looking forward to watching in that one?
I'm looking forward to watching Maddie Chatfield. You know, obviously came back from the New Zealand under-18 team. Izzy Pugh and Moores. So they have a lot of, you know, big-name players. Haven't seen a lot of Westlake, but I have seen their scores, racking up the points. And Whangarei, what a great job Ray Cameron has done.
Ray Cameron, what a guy. Looking forward to hearing what he's got to say in the pre-game, as another Korufifi Toru is good. 82-64.
Yeah, Maddie Morrow might have put the nail in the coffin there for Stack, but we ain't going to call it just yet.
In and out, and there's going to be a foul called. Looks like it's going to say Tauranga girls ball. No, I got that wrong.
No, number 14, little slap in the face, I
saw
think.
Amy Joe indicate that way and thought that's going to be staying this side. So here come Stack.
Oh, great spin.
Lenny, too much time under the hoop.
You know, but when you look at those last 2-3 possessions for Stack, Kavana Lenny.
What a finish. Once again from Highland. But they got to get out and they got to slow this transition, and that's what they needed. A little bit of sloppy play there from Stack.
I thought, you know, if I'm Coach Morgan, I'm wanting just to slow down there. You know, you're up 18. You don't really need a quick basket at this time of the game. You just want to run the clock. Clock is your friend. Let it keep ticking.
There is Tauranga girls. And they've got to shoot quickly, don't they, Josh? But they've got to be quality looks, which Stack aren't giving them.
No, Stack are doing a great job. They have
There's
found
that
the quality
look. Kurukufifi Toru is good.
They really need to push up now.
And you got to know who the shooter is. don't you? Cooney has done an amazing job.
She's had a great fourth quarter. I think Tauranga are winning the battle in this fourth quarter, 17-9.
Coach Cooney just telling her girls, you got to get up, you got to get closer. As Williams to the hoop finishes it. And we're going to see a timeout taken here from Tauranga girls. What kind of play is Coach Cooney going to draw up here?
I'm looking for a quick three. Your best three-point shot out of a, you know, sideline out of bounds to get something early. And if I'm Stack, I'm probably just letting the time run out and see if they can get a decent look off that. You're not really panicking. But yeah, no, if I'm Coach Cooney, I'm looking at a quick three. You know, just something quick and early.
What are your, as a coach, what are your kind of quick hitters to get an open three? Because if the other team especially knows that you're trying to get one, like, how do you go about creating space?
I like the fake for the elevator screen, and, you know, because your shooter's always going to be that person that everyone's looking. Maybe a flare screen after that for your secondary best shooter. A lot of people lose the inbounder because they're so worried about the ball, the step in, quick shot there. I do like the one that Alex ran with the double screen at the top. guy attacking with a flare for one of the guys that set the double screen at the top of the key, flare, and he's into the corner. But, you know, there's so many these days. You just need to get a quality look here if you're Tauranga girls. You know, my biggest thing is a bit of a what if. Highland doesn't pick up her third foul early in the first quarter.
All those little sliding door butterfly effect moments, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. Oh, that's great.
Great play, got Highland open, goes to the floor, does a great job not to travel there. And a jump ball's called, and that's going to be St. Andrew's ball. And that's almost all she wrote there, Josh.
Yeah, like I think of Highland, I'm shooting that because you need quick threes, right? You know.
So here comes Williams for Tauranga, for Stack. I've done that a couple of times. Apologies to everyone at home. There is Lenny, but good battle. Highland dives on it. Yes, she does. Can she offload it to a teammate? We're going to have another jump ball. Tauranga girls ball.
You know.
You don't never give up on it, do you, Josh?
No. Like, those are the things that you love to see. As we see here, look at the defense. Just managed to get a tip to it and on the floor, diving. I have loved the fight back from Tauranga girls. You know, they could have, you know, laid down and let it blow out, but they didn't.
They've done anything but, haven't they?
And they got it back.
Shot clock's off, but they're still trying to score, get their way back into this game. Cooney, great crossover. Kick out. Kurufifi Toru, Tempters run off. Step back's tough. Good. That is worth 3. But down 12. Time expires. Full time here in girls semi-final 1.
Yeah.
St. Andrews College 84, Tauranga girls 72. What turned that game, Josh? How did they come out with the win?
I think it was their three-point shooting early from Kavana Lenin, you know, keeping them afloat when Tauranga were battling in and battled back, and then Maddie Morrow there in the second and third quarter really just, you know, put a stamp on the mark with 29 points, 7 for 17 from 3. And, you know, had little sparks from her sister Molly coming off and, you know, bringing energy on the defensive end. But I just like the all-round team effort by St. Andrews. You know, even though Maddie and Kavana Lenny had the big scoring games, you know, you got to have those girls that do all the little things right, such as, you know, Molly, the Powell sisters coming out with the energy on defense, and Ella Sharp had her moments there as well. So I think it was an all-round team effort from Stack. Live the fight back from Tauranga girls. You know, a little bit disappointing that Harlan was in foul trouble. As you can see, she showed her talents there in the second half, or in the fourth quarter, where she really played the majority of her minutes. But they had good contributions from their captain, Cooney, Kahuta with 14 points, and Patia with a big double-double, 12 and 13.
So from all of us here at Fly Palmy Arena, thank you so much. We'll be back at 6:10 with girls semi-final 2. That is going to be Westlake Girls High School versus Whangarei Girls High School, a Zone 1 battle. We'll see you then.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this isn't about what we wore back in the day.
we're going to go now. Going once, going twice, no more offers. Sold!
It's about being trusted to get a better result for our clients since 1973.
Whoops, running on empty? Enjoy a 6 cents per litre fuel discount at your local Caltex with Pumped every day. Ah, feels good, eh? Get it at any participating Caltex.